Hi there. I wanted to do a brief video over field fencing. I've done it off and on for several years, but this is the first, what I consider a larger scale project. It's a 350-foot square cross-fenced area. These are the tools I'm using. Some old fence pliers, not the new school ones. These ones are beasts. The one in the middle with 3 holes, that was got at Tractor Supply. And the one on the far left with the blue handle, that's the Angel from Heaven right there. It's a must-have. I don't care what anyone says. You'll use that way more than the one in the middle. Just to give you the rundown, I built these stretching posts. That was the very first step, was to shoot a laser. I shot a laser. It was through heavily wooded area, so I shot a laser from up top at night and kind of marked the trees with red tape, flagged them with red tape, and then I would clear the trees out of the line of sight over the course of several days and nights. I repeated it until I had my clearing in the tree line in this direction, using the laser at night to shoot which trees were actually in the way. The alternative to that is running a string or a transit, but I mean, unless you got some money or some know-how that I don't, that was the best way for me to do it, was shooting that laser at night. After I had my run and cleared the timber out, then I pulled, or I set my corner post, this one post, and then I pulled a run of smooth wire all the way up to my top corner post. After I had my straight line ran, I came back through and built my H braces, stretching posts, and then I sunk one post, I don't know if you can see it, in the center basically of each run, and then at each significant elevation change. So at the top of that hill there's a wood post, a medium-sized wood post, and the reason for that is on these significant elevation changes, what I found, again, everyone has their way of doing things, but what I found is it's best to stretch to that elevation change, cut the wire, and then re-stretch at the different elevation change. And by setting that wood post there, that allows you to do that, in addition to strengthening the fence. So I got all that done, came back through and decided to go with this field fence. These spools of wire are roughly 330 feet long by 4 feet tall. It weighs about 170 pounds. I had to hoof it down the hill because I don't have the clearance to get my tractor or little ATV through here. They're pretty heavy, but I had to hoof the one for this downward stretch downhill, and then I actually rolled it out on the ground all the way the length, or as far as it would go. I ended up having to splice some in at the end there. And at the very end there, I'm stretching beyond my corner post off of trees and big, like I stretched off of this big giant rock using a come along and a chain. I like stretching past the stretching posts if I can, if at all possible. I have them there if I need them, but I like stretching past them. It takes out that slack in the wire and whatnot. But that's the whole idea of the stretching posts, is to be able to stretch off of them. And keep in mind, after you've stretched off your stretching posts and the tension's been brought back off, I mean, I have H posts up top that are just completely dilapidated. They serve relatively no purpose whatsoever from the point that you've already stretched them and got your wire affixed to them. But I was going to do a quick demonstration of this little tool that just came in. Let me see where here it is right here. I'm doing this one-handed, so bear with me. But this little tool, it's a beast, I'm telling you. You can't live without it. I've already got one hung up here. All I did was clip it around the side here. And keep in mind, I'm doing this one-handed. It is a monster. Just watch this. I mean, I'm doing this one-handed. Normally, I'd have this done in about freaking 12 seconds, but it's got a little eyelet that you push it through. One-handed, keep in mind. I mean, the other one is a nice tool, and I definitely carry it with me when I'm doing this right now, but it isn't anything like this, especially for the bottom rungs. The bottom rungs are very difficult for me to get wrapped with the clip, but this little freaking Angel does it. Yeah, this one down here, for instance, getting it on as low as rung as possible with this, is much easier than the other tool. Well, good luck to you with your project.